Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to some more Banished. Frozen World is frozen, but it is surviving. -8 degrees in late winter. We got a decent amount of firewood, lots of food. So let's push on and see what we can accomplish this episode. It almost seems like each episode encompasses one game year, which is kind of neat. I don't know if that's actually how it is, but that's kind of the impression I've been getting. Let's get that armor, or that iron, because we're going to need it. Our blacksmith is busy hammering away making more tools. We got a decent amount of logs, a decent amount of stone, so we can go ahead and start building some more buildings. Actually, let's take a look at our adult situation. We have 1, 2, 2. So I could build another house to expand. Which I may well do. I am eventually going to build a school, but I like to make sure that I've got a good balance of people, of adults working, and a decent income of supplies before I do that, because once you have people start signing up as students, they basically become unavailable to you for about 3-ish game years, until they spend 10 age points, for lack of a better term, in school. Since we're not entirely sure how quickly people age, I'm going to guess it's about 3, maybe 4 game years. It's really hard to say. But yeah, so it takes them out of the workforce for quite a while. So you got to make sure that your town is stable before you start to build in schools. So towards that end, I am going to build another house. So we're going to build... I'm actually going to leave the footprint for 3, but we're only going to build one of them. I'm going to build this one here in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lumber, the woodcutter over here. And I think I'm going to put... I don't know what I'm going to do with the barn yet. But I do want to move the stockpile maybe a little bit further away, like maybe up here, because I'm going to start grabbing resources up here, and I want to make sure that it's not too far of a walk. Alternately, I can start pulling like stone and stuff from down here, which will actually give more space for vegetables to grow. I'm assuming it'll give more spaces for vegetables to grow. I guess technically I don't know for sure if it does that or not. I'm just guessing. I do know that with foresters, they will actually mine away stones so that they can plant trees. And I'm pretty sure I've seen like look at that. I'm pretty sure that's a mushroom. I mean, I guess it might be the start of a tree. I don't really know. You can't actually like mouse over it to get information on it, unfortunately. But yeah, that's my assumption, is that you actually have to have the things on the screen for them to be growing. Alright, so this is coming along. We're just going to leave the one builder for now. And I'm going to redesignate some more roads. Do that. Make sure everything is laid out nicely. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up my woodcutter, which, excuse me, will be right here, I think. Let's adjust it around. Yeah, right there. This is the way the little tag gets in the way. It can make it a little frustrating at times to try and designate where buildings are supposed to be going. So we're actually going to take this current woodcutter off for now, because I don't really need him in. It is early spring. We have almost 300 firewood. We're doing well for that. Just got to get rid of it from here. Build this up. I'm going to take the blacksmith out because we're going to be good for that for a while, and that'll add to our laborers pool. Technically he was doing laboring, but this way, if our tools drop to like 49, if our tools drop to 49, he'll wander off and build more tools, and I don't want him doing that. We have a maximum of 50, but I want to wait until it gets down to like 20 before I have him going to build more tools. There's no point in him wandering off every few minutes to build one tool. It seems like a waste of time to me. That's one of the reasons why I do the micromanaging. Okay, so let's get another builder. We can get that built a little bit quickly. And then meanwhile, we will also designate this one to be removed. I don't think there's any... Oh, there is some storage there, so that'll get taken here, presumably. Doing okay on food so far. People moved into this house, right? Yeah, exactly what I thought would move into there. Perfect. Child, 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 child. So we're probably two game years away from needing more houses, which is fine by me. I can lay out the footprints for them, but I don't really need them built yet. Alright, so this is done. We're going to drop the builders out of the builder pool for now. No, we'll leave one in to get those roads done. And we can get this one removed. Actually, I think yeah, we'll just go all three, because that'll get this demolished more quickly as well. Getting lower on logs, but that's okay. I'm fine with that for now, because we've got lots of lumber. I don't want to clear cut this out because of the fact that I've got my gatherer down here. So I'm going to have to start going over, yeah, this way here. I'll start removing this here. See, now this is a case where I wish that I could have a separate stockpile for lumber. I'd make a stockpile right here just for lumber, and only lumber would go in there. And that's what I would like to be able to see, because right now you look at this, and I would have to say probably half of it is firewood. And that's just, and the fact that the firewood looks a lot like logs, just at a glance you look at it and you're like, oh, we got lots of wood, and it's a little misleading, is what I'm trying to get at. How much do I need for the market? Maybe I'll build the market, because I know a lot of that will get moved into here. The only problem is that we don't really have enough people to make a market worthwhile yet. Let's see here. Firewood going here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, how much leather do we have? None, because I don't have a hunting lodge. Alright, so yeah, let's get rid of, let's build another quick little stockpile. Just build it right here. It's not going to be too big, but it's mostly going to hopefully be for stockpiling this wood here. I'm just going to grab all this lumber right there. Just clear cut it right out. I think I can have the forester and the gatherer together. So what I may do is I may look into moving the gatherer like kitty corner to its current location, like put it right here, which will better centralize it, get it away from some of the development up here, and then I can build a couple of foresters there, and this will be a gatherer forester area, because I don't think the gatherer is affected by the foresting at all. I'm pretty sure. I get the impression based on tooltips that the herbalist is, so we'd have to put the herbalist somewhere else. I'm thinking maybe put an herbalist up here, possibly, or over here. Because we are going to need herbs at some point, because they help keep your people healthy. Okay, so while my people are doing that, I'm just going to quickly pause, throw down some more footprints so you can get things lined up, and I know where stuff is going. 1, 2, 3, make sure I pause those. Pause, pause, pause. Those are paused. I'm going to put another one right there and make sure it's paused as well. Oops. Let's go with that style, I guess. It looks nice. Pause that. So that way, they're already laid out. I can just quickly unpause if I need a house. They're good to go that way. How are people aging anyways? 6, 06, 4, 6, 6, and no kids at all. Alright, good. So yeah, we're still, like I said, a couple years away from needing a new house, which I'm okay with. Excuse me. Now I am going to throw down another little stockpile right over here, And I'm going to start gathering all the stone from down here, because we're going to need that stone at some point. Stone actually is a very good trade resource, believe it or not. I found out in previous games that the value of stone to traders varies between from like 5 to 8 in that range. Usually around 7. And so actually that's where a quarry can come in handy. If you have a quarry with like 6 or 8 people mining on it, it's almost like producing money at that point. Or trade value, I guess, since there's technically no actual money in this. You know what I mean. You guys are familiar with Banished, you know what I'm getting at. If you haven't been watching Banished, and you're not familiar with the game, then basically money doesn't exist. It's all a barter system when you're trading with merchants who come here. So their goods will be worth a certain amount of units, and then your goods will be worth a certain amount of units, and you gotta equalize it out. Like cattle is worth like each head of cattle is worth 600 units, whereas each fish that you catch is worth 1 unit. So you could trade 600 fish for 1 cow, as an example. Seeds and the like are really, really expensive. They tend to be in the multiple thousands of points. Right, let's get that iron. I think that's a rock right there. Oops. Yes, it is. Might as well get that as well. Firewood is doing okay. You know what? Because we have 261 logs, I'm going to up the fuel up to 400 and put a guy on wood cutting. Get that going. Only gives us 5 laborers, but that'll have to be sufficient for now. How's our fishers doing? 217 fish this season, 245 last. We're sitting at about 1,300 food, so that's fine for now. So that's 1,300 stored food. That's actually a little different than the actual amount of food, because each house has food in it as well, and that doesn't count towards the stored food. You can, once you build a town hall, you can actually look at the 2 separate numbers, which is pretty neat. Once I actually build a town hall, I'll demonstrate that. Okay, so we got rid of that iron. I'm going to start getting rid of, like I said, getting rid of the stone that's down here. So let's go like this. Let's just cut that swath of stone for now. 4 gatherers, 2 fishermen, 1 woodcutter. Once that woodcutter gets up to the, what is it, 400 fuel, I'm actually thinking of switching him to a fisherman to add to our food supplies a little bit. Because, for example, oh, they had a kid. Nice. As our population grows, we're obviously going to need more food. Maybe I'll put this barn down here. How well does a barn fit in there? Let's take a look. I could put it like this. Looks like it is about the same size, actually, as the woodcutters. Yeah, so I could like put it right there. This may not be a bad idea, actually. However, I'm going to worry about that after I get rid of this stone. So maybe I will... I could do it now. I almost don't really want to put a barn that close to the marketplace, though, because it kind of defeats the purpose of the marketplace. The marketplace, if the barn and the marketplace are like right beside each other, you might as well just go to the barn to get your stuff rather than the marketplace, you know? The whole point of the marketplace is to make gathering the daily supplies you need for your house more accessible. Yeah, we had another child born. That's cool. We're up to 19 population. Food is holding steady. We're still in the 1,300 range, which is good. Still over 200 longs. We're probably going to be over 200, maybe. Did I finish cutting all the stone? Oh, I did too. Wow, that was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. Alright, let's get some more stone then. Let's go with this stone right here. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I don't really want to have the barns too close to the marketplace because it kind of defeats the point of having a marketplace. So having the one barn there for now will be sufficient, but eventually the plan is to put the barns closer to the food production and having like two or three vendors, and the vendors will go to the barn, get the stuff, bring it back to the marketplace for the people to put in their homes. So putting the barn there, like I said, would be kind of pointless. What I might do though is put the footprint of another woodcutter here, because eventually I'm going to need more than one. Same with the blacksmith. I'm going to need more than one eventually. Yeah, so let's throw down that footprint before I get distracted from my plans. So let's put that there. I put that in the wrong place. Sheep dip. Okay. Let's get rid of that and rebuild it. I hate to do that, but yeah. Pretty sure I put that in the wrong place. Let me double check that one more time. Yeah, I totally put that in the wrong place. That should have been over to the west one square. Okay. Oh well, that was some wasted resources. Fortunately, we have plenty right now. I do need builders, though. There we go. Get that demolished. Yeah, I like to have everything fit nicely. It's just some people call it OCD. I don't call it OCD because I don't believe it to be true OCD, but it's an attention to detail thing, I guess. Actually, I get a little annoyed at that when people throw around the whole I have OCD thing around when they don't actually have OCD. As somebody who has various mental health problems, I don't like to make light of it. And demolished. Excellent. Let's build it in the proper location, which is right here. There we go. See, you can see how it's more flush with the road now. That's how I wanted it. And we'll put the footprint for the second one down and just pause that one. I wonder if there's room for a well in there. Let's take a look. Room for well? There's not room for a well. So there's basically a little space right there that is not going to be useful for anything. I wonder if I can put a stockpile in there, actually. I can. I could put a stockpile in there, and hopefully they'll put firewood in there. That would be really nice. Let's go ahead and designate that now. No, let's wait until they're built. We've got our builders building roads rather than the wood cutting place. I guess they can't when there's stuff there that needs to be removed, though. Oh, we're getting low on firewood. We're down under 200. I gotta get on that. Come on, guys, build that lumberjack firewood cutting place. Quick. Quicker than that. Don't make me get out the taskmasters. There's no taskmasters. Just don't tell them that. Here we go. Build, 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 build. Oh, no, wait, we need 2 more logs. Sheep dip. Okay. Getting close. Good. We're still over 150 firewood, which makes me happy. Our food has jumped up to 1600, which makes me very happy. And let's see, how are we doing for adults? Okay. None need their own place yet, so we're fine. Is this almost done? 1 point. Come on, thank you. Okay, so throw that guy in there. Now we'll throw down the stockpile. And hopefully he will use this stockpile to store firewood. That would be really, really awesome if he did that. This is exactly an example of where I would love to be able to customize stockpiles and have this be only firewood. That would be amazing if I could do that. Unfortunately, I cannot. Oh, and it is now the wrapping up point. So, we got everything going here. Things look stable, lots of food. Firewood's getting a little low, but that's okay. We don't need any new houses. And this is Frozenwald. We are going on to, what, the third video with Frozenwald being stable. That is awesome. I'm very pleased about that. Thanks guys for coming out and watching, and take it easy. We'll see you next time.